Hey there, quirky peeps! Today we're going to talk about the new characters coming into the MCU. While the Avengers won't be reassembling anytime soon, Phase 4 is bringing in many amazing characters who would go on to become the next big deal in the MCU. They might even go on to become candidates for the next Avengers team-up. Now, I'm not talking about characters like the Scarlet Witch or Captain America, who have fully emerged in their true comic-accurate forms now. They were already familiar as Avengers before Phase 4. I'm talking about the brand new entities who will be staying for the long haul. Now, before I get to them, I'd love it if you guys would hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. It'd really help us. Moving into the first character, we have Monica Rambeau. WandaVision brought in Captain Rambeau with the brilliant performance of Teyonah Parris. She got a very different origin from the comics. The MCU used Wanda's powers to give Monica her own abilities. And now she is going to take on the title of Photon or Spectrum as she moves forward. The mid-credit scene of WandaVision's finale teased that she would have an appearance in Secret Invasion.
I was sent by an old friend of your mother's.
And after that, she'd lead the charge in the Marvels. This film was supposed to be a Captain Marvel sequel. While it still might be that at its core, Carol Danvers won't be the only leading lady. Monica Rambeau is going to save the day alongside her idol. But what's amazing is that she's also rumored to appear in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So we might see Monica Rambeau in 3 MCU projects within 2022 itself. And it is obvious that her role will only grow bigger beyond that. Yelena Belova.
Sis. What brings you home?
Black Widow is going to introduce us to Natasha's old family, including Yelena Belova, Melina Vostokov, and Alexei Shostakov. Among these new ones, Yelena Belova is definitely going to stick around for a while. While Natasha's gone, she'd probably even take up the moniker of Black Widow. Furthermore, Florence Pugh is confirmed to reprise her role in the upcoming Hawkeye series as well. It'd be interesting to see where her character will go from there.
Alright, enough, all of you.
I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
Shang-Chi. The MCU is going to introduce us to another Asian hero with Simu Liu's Shang-Chi. In his very first film, he'd be taking on his father Wenwu, who is MCU's real Mandarin. He goes on to become a part of the Avengers in the comics. After beating such a tough opponent, I feel that he'd become an Avenger in the MCU, as well as when the new lineup finally assembles. Also, he'd be a huge deal because a Shang-Chi sequel could introduce us to the immortal Iron Fist.
What the hell does that mean?
Miss Marvel. Iman Vellani is coming in as Kamala Khan. Being inspired by Carol Danvers, she'd take up the title of Miss Marvel. And after that, she'd get to do a whole lot in the Marvels. As I've just mentioned, Carol won't be the only lead in the sequel. Miss Marvel is one of the characters in the title, so she'd play a huge role in Nia DaCosta's upcoming film. Beyond that, I can totally imagine her becoming a part of MCU's Young Avengers team as well. Kate Bishop. Speaking of the Young Avengers team, 2021 will introduce us to its future leader. Clint Barton will most probably be retiring from the MCU after his upcoming Hawkeye series. But he'd leave his protege behind as the new Hawkeye. Haley Steinfeld will make her MCU debut as Kate Bishop, and she's the only hero Young Avenger who'd be trained by an OG Avenger. So I guess she will go on to lead the team of MCU's Young Guns in the coming future. She-Hulk. Tatiana Maslany is coming in as She-Hulk. Smart Hulk is going to guide her through the phase of becoming She-Hulk and controlling her abilities. It is unknown where her character is going to appear next after her debut Disney Plus series. But considering the potential she'd carry as She-Hulk, we could see multiple seasons of her own show. And she could become a part of crossover events like the Avengers sequels as well. So it'd be safe to say that her future in the MCU is huge. Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac is going to play Moon Knight in the second MCU Disney Plus series of 2022. Mark Spector will turn into a menacing figure in silver. The specialty of his character is that he suffers from a dissociative identity disorder. He will prove to be one of the most violent characters of the MCU, and that's why he might join a rather dark team of heroes called the Midnight Suns. His future may not lie with the Avengers, but he'd fit really well in the team of Midnight Suns, which could include Blade, Ghost Rider, and even the Punisher. Oh, and yes, He could also get a second season of his own Disney Plus series. America Chavez. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness will introduce us to the universe-hopping hero, America Chavez. Xochitl Gomez is playing the character. After Doctor Strange 2, this young hero could take up the title of Miss America. And we might see her in teams like the Ultimates and the Young Avengers.
Her moms, who were members of a team like the Avengers, teleported her to our world for her safety. It was a really hard thing for them to do, and she misses them a lot.
The Mighty Thor.
Nay, Jane took the hammer. This can't be happening.
Now we know that Jane Foster is not a new character in the MCU, but she wasn't one of the superheroes in the past like Wanda and Falcon. Her character will be reintroduced as a potential replacement for Thor in the future. It has been confirmed that she'd be worthy of picking up Thor's hammer, and we will see her as the Mighty Thor. Now anybody who carries the power of Thor is not going to be a one-and-done character for sure.
I knew it.
So I think that the Mighty Thor could become a crucial part of the MCU's future.
Yeah, all right.
When you love something, you fight for it.
Eternals. The Eternals movie will bring several immortal superpowered beings into the picture. We've got Icarus, who is the tactical leader of the team, and he is also the most powerful Eternal. He will be MCU's answer to Superman, so I definitely think that he will become a huge deal moving forward. An equally important character of Eternals will be Gemma Chan's Cersei. She has been a part of the Avengers in the comics, and with her ability to manipulate matter, I think she'd have a similar arc in the MCU as well. After all, she will play a crucial role in the narrative of the upcoming film. Then there's Gilgamesh, who can create a powerful exoskeleton of cosmic energy, so his strength matches the likes of Hulk and Thor. Makkari is the speedster among Eternals. Athena is a fierce warrior who can create weapons out of cosmic energy. We also have other Eternals like Ajak, Sprite, and Phastos. Marvel is already developing an Eternals sequel, so it is obvious that most of the Eternals will become big deals in the MCU's future. Black
Ebony
Knight.
Blade shall grant them their wish.
Finally, we have Kit Harington's Dane Whitman, who will take on the mantle of Black Knight in the MCU. He'd make his debut in Eternals as the love interest of Cersei, and rumors suggest that Marvel actually looks at him as a character who could hold his own trilogy. So again, he is someone who will definitely stay for the long haul. Which of these upcoming characters are you most excited to see in the MCU? Let us know in the comments, and do hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
Let me go.
No.